to the bottom line Liberia 24/7.
Hello and welcome to the bottom line Liberia and this beautiful Friday, the 15th of March 2024. And my name is Linford Goa. On today's edition of the program, I will be joined by my colleague Paul the Lord Cholople, and together we'll be, as usual, analyzing all of the events in Liberia, not all, some of the events in Liberia, and giving our own opinions. And so let us say welcome, and this is where we are. The bottom line Liberia will come your way every Tuesday and Friday, but in between the days, we can also pop up when something interesting is happening. So officially, let me say welcome to you. For those of you that will be joining us from Liberia via Jala TV, we want to say welcome. And tonight we're going to be looking at several things. Some of the major things we're going to be looking at tonight will have to do with the Monrovia, what we used to call the Central Street Graveyard. The Central Street Graveyard was one of the major burial centers in Liberia, especially in Monrovia, and that place has now turned into garbage. We'll be looking at that. We'll also be looking at the recent demonstration by wives of the AFL and the committee that was set up to look into that event. What has the committee done, or has the committee come up with any report? All of those we'll be looking at. And again, we'll be looking at some scandal that took place in Magharibi County some times back, where county officials, health officials were heard on a supposedly leaked video or audio discussing how to divert funds intended for the county healthcare. We'll be looking at that. What is the latest development into that? But before then, we're going to take a short musical break. And while we're on a musical break, we ask that you share the show from Jala TV. You can share the show to your friends, invite them to join us on the bottom line Liberia. Once again, my name is Linford Goa. Paul the Lord Cholople is going to be joining me in the next few minutes.
My people, where you at? Where you at? Wake up from your slumber, stop sleeping. Whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your hands, whip your. Come on, come on, come on. I know you're sleeping now. Y'all gotta wake up some more, yeah? Okay, let's go. The people who us, the people lie to us, the government betray us, so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they will not come up. I said we tired with their lies, we tired with their promises that led us to all our damages. We tired with their speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why did you lie? Why did you steal? Why did you allow the citizens to be? You see, we just tell you that's why we voted you. But you fool us, you screw us, you use us and later on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us. The government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock the corrupt. I said no one to trust. My people don't want to hope on. Nobody. My hope that I have been broken. I'm telling you, brother. So where are the schools? Where are heroes? Where are the God that they said they could afford? But they too selfish. The people tired with their rhetoric. People tired, they tired. You see the reason why we ask why the government betray. They have enough of time, but yeah, then stay they delay. People suffer. No work for people crying for hunger. Look at. Your vision and your mission, your intention to the nation, they poor. You got nothing to show. Nothing. So, why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. They lie. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. They lie. The people fool us, the people lie to us, the government betray us. They can lie, they can steal, they go knock them for us. We tired with their promises that led us to a lot of damages. We tired with that speech they preach indeed, and now unique they deceive us. The thing we saw, it frustrate us. So why does you lie? Why does you steal? Why does you allow the citizens to grieve? You see, we just tell you that why we voted you. But you fool us. You screw us, you use us and little on abuse us. So why? The government should lie. Why? But that's the question that we ask. The people fool us. The people lie to us. The government betray us. They betray us so much. I said they lie.
So we say welcome officially to the bottom Liberia, and let me say welcome to my colleague Paul the Lord Chilpe from the United Kingdom. Paul, welcome, and how you doing?
Linford. I'm doing great, and thank God it's Friday. TGR. Thank God it's Friday. It's good to be back here. And how is Norway?
Well, Norway is good. We we in the spring already, so we're gonna soon start having flood. Can you imagine that in Africa when it rains, then we get flood, but here when it's snow melting, then we get flood because we normally do not have much rainfall. I mean, it can. Some part of the country, on the West Coast, it can increase it sometimes, because they got different weather from us, from where we are.
Yeah.
But our snow is melting. It's being very wet and slippery that way. And but we at least we seeing light at the end of the tunnel. I think we are like maybe 5-6 hours daylight longer. So much better.
So much better. My man, but it's good we're back on and internet problem in Liberia, where people are still struggling to get internet access. So you see, the global village that we live in, technology have taken over the world. That if you're not prepared, small thing happen, whole nation shut down. So it's something that we will have to look at. I want to start with this before we jump into some of our topic and to our viewers for following or yet and share the show. You see, in left, there's something I think it's in Matthew, the book, the Bible, Matthew, some chapter talk about when you ask, you shall get, right? You seek. People were saying now mind their business in Liberia quietly, and people came out said they wanted to rescue the nation. So the internet connection yesterday was a litmus test to show how are they going to rescue Liberia just in case of major disaster. Could you imagine that a country completely shut down for the whole day because of internet connection? And the stories that were coming, oh, it started from Africa, it's happening in Nigeria, it happened here and there. But those countries, and we're able to speak to people in all of those countries, even Sierra Leone, Guinea. So we're working technology and the industry as a whole, like large corporation. When something happened, remember Facebook went down. I think that sometime last week for just a few hours,
Yeah.
they were able to recover. So where about this Liberia, the rescue team that came in, it was just a little inch, something just went wrong that the whole nation shut down. So imagine you running your business, it's always saying email out to people, you want to do money transaction, everything collapsed.
You know, every time people talk about these kind of things and our people back home will take it for fun. I remember during Madam Salih's administration, there was some project about the internet. They were supposed to run some cable, I think fiber. The fiber,
Fiber
yeah,
optic cable.
yeah, the fiber optic cable was supposed to, and I remember that it did reach Liberia though. But until now, we don't know the status. We don't know how. Up to now, if anybody asks me, as a Liberian, anybody asks me what type of internet we're using in Liberia, I don't know whether it's fiber optic or we're
It's the
using.
fiber optic cable.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
so I don't know. And if we have that, then why are we still, back in the Stone Age when it comes to almost everything? But we hope that the incoming or these administrations that are coming in now, we got one there already. Some will be coming 6 years from now. If the Unity Party does not retain their leadership, we might have another new leadership coming in. So we hope that they can prioritize some of these things, because basically, if you look at it, Paul, the entire world cannot work. Even in our houses, we cannot survive without the internet now. And the other day I asked a question here on this show. I'm wondering how we used to send letter to our late girlfriend there or our friend there. How we used to do, I mean, information, that letter. I know it used to be true letter, but how we used to do these small things, like getting information. I don't know. I forgot all that thing because the internet has taken over, that I can stay here and talk to anybody anywhere across the world. So I don't even know how we used to do it, like getting to your friend.
Let me take you back. Let me take you back. Our means of communication those days, it was funny. You got to pull, it's almost like you advertising something in the newspaper. Remember, to even send, you want to talk to somebody, you have to put message in the newspaper. They had a place in the section in the newspaper that you could put message for people to contact you. Now, Liberia having had good postal system for many years. You know that. So if you want to send message to your friend, if the person, for example, you live in Jalata and the person living Oro, if somebody going to Oro, you can write piece of note to go for them to hand deliver it. Yeah, because even house telephone, it was only those people that have money have phone in their house. Or you will walk to that person. If you don't see them, you walk back. That was our means of communication. And when we were in school,
the other day I sat down, I was like, how were we informed about these things? And I remember one thing, something that was very popular during those days, and I had several of them, our pen pals. I had a lot of pen pals around the world. Yeah. India, America, everywhere. And we didn't even want to have local people that you can write to, because I remember when I was in high school, I used to receive a lot of letters every day, every morning, especially on a Monday, because all of my pen pals, I have more than 50. So when my pen pals are writing, the letters coming, and then so it was good those days. But now you don't need a pen pal. All you need is this one, cell phone. But then Liberia, and we are still behind on these things. And the thing that make the cell phone useful, your computer useful, everything useful is the internet. For Liberia to be backwards, on internet, I mean, this is frustrating, and this is something that I think leaderships that come into power should be considering, because they themselves will not be able to work. No, going at those days where you have the minister, then the minister get clerk or secretary, then they get filing clerk. So the minister will get a directive, or the minister will receive letter, then they pass it on to the secretary will read it or whatever, then they pass it to the filing clerk, then the filing clerk will put it, will sort it into different files. Letter from other minister coming. I'm saying that because I work at the Ministry of Internal Affairs or 1981 as a vacation student, and I know how our setup was looking. So I work in the office of the ministerial investigation at the time, one of the ministerial investigators. Okay, may his soul rest in peace. Okay, and so we had the ministerial investigator, then the secretary to him, then the special assistant, then we have the filing clerk. Then I think coming down to me, I was vacation student, so I was like the last man in the office when it comes to rent. But my role was important though, because the first day I started working, they gave me the whole key to our office. So I was supposed to be inside every day, early in the morning to open up. So my role was important. So if I didn't go to work, even the ministerial investigator will not come in. But that was a setup. And then you could look on our file, on our in our cabinet. They had a small cabinet where different files were. So whenever we used to deal with land cases and all kind of cases. So if anything concerning the land case, we know exactly where to go, which file. But this time we're not supposed to have it, but I'm sure Liberia is still practicing something like that. Everything is right here, or everything is on the computer. You see it? So why are we behind, Paul? Tell me, you are in the technology, you are in this technology area. Why are we behind? Why is Liberia behind? Why we don't have?
I will start with a fiber optic cable. Liberia was one of the first countries for the cable to pass, and I think I was doing Charles Taylor time. They said, "Oh, you gave all the contract, will do ourselves." They jump over Liberia. In 2018, they were still laying fiber optic cable in Liberia. I think they're still doing it at some point. They're still doing it. Now, the importance of internet is it come with a lot of things linked for. So you see, it started back then. We had the thing, if you hear, I know you heard about the mainframe computer. Mainframe computer could fill the whole house. It was massive. When Bill Gates came with the idea and to condense the whole thing, it became he gave it the word Microsoft, that you could have using smaller computer instead of the massive mainframe. Then at the time IBM had just developed it. So when Bill Gates broke away, he make it smaller. So in the 90s, if you can recall, when we're getting the year 2000, they call it new millennium. If you heard that, computers have now taken over the world, and we needed to work on the system for this Y2K. Y2K. That's
that in the year 2000, everything will crash.
Yes. So people invested a lot of money for that not to happen. I just linking back to history. Liberia, in that process, there was 14 years of civil war in Liberia. They were missing out when the technology were moving. Even cell phone. By the time cell phone started in Liberia, on this side, it was over. And Benin then started making it at $50 for one little telephone call. We were behind. So up to the early time, the country needed to invest in technology heavily and prepare the young generation for the technology. Because they failed to do that, that's what things passed by us. Now, what made the internet so important? Today, you will sit down in your house and I can talk to Linford in Norway by using the technology here. You see it? I can sit in my house and work with my counterpart in New York. We have a Zoom, we have meeting on Zoom. You see how far technology has come? So if you don't invest in it, you have problem. We use the mobile phone today for what? You can access your bank account through that. You don't have to get banks, how to call it, the bank statement coming to you. So you see, everything is going through technology today. So now, Liberia, if small lake cable was pulled and the whole country collapsed, what does that tell you? The technology that we use today in the West and other part of Africa, they use a machine to operate on people, computers. So if the whole system collapsed, people could die during operation, your money could lose in the process. There's a whole lot of things that come with it. So I think they need to invest heavily, and it's good that you asked that question, because I remember Joseph Barker said that he wanted, in the first 100 days, he will train 10,000 RTC people for them for employment. So I hope this is an eye opener that they need to train people. Now, there's a place I worked for many years as a data center operative and became manager there. You know, we using Facebook. All your information that you share on Facebook is actually stored on a server. You see, and that server that is stored is they have almost like 3-4 page with servers. So Liberia, we don't have electricity. Another one. You cannot keep things without electricity. So all of these things put together, we in a complete mess. And I hope the rescue team take this to consideration and invest heavily.
Paul, you just also brought in another aspect of it. We already do not have good internet system. There no stable electricity. So imagine that there was a major bank transaction taking place, and then it depended on the internet to just switch certain amount of billions of dollars from one account to another account somewhere, and current go, internet go, everything chakla. Yeah. Can you imagine what will happen? And you also mentioned about the West here. People got look. I'll make reference to the community, the place I live. We are 4,000-5,000 people in this community, but everything is up to date. The last time we were talking about fire trucks, I told you we got more than 4-5 fire trucks here. And in case anything breaks over the fire, they will call the neighbor municipality will start to bring in fire trucks. Because everybody got to the hospital. I said, I saw 6 new brand fresh dialysis machine that people that they just installed it there. In fact, they cover it with the plastic because people are using it. I'm like, only a few people, but it's available. Then when you talk about ambulance, here we got my baby son, 5 years old, he's interested in cars, so he know all the car. So if we see the ambulance, he always call my attention to the ambulance. Then I got to know that we got about almost 4 different ambulances. And how did I know? In the hill, how did I know? All of them got different license plates. I know 2 of them license plates. So I know those other 2, but the other 2 I can't remember. So I have 4 different ambulances just here because they can be passing. First, I thought it was their ambulance, one going, so one going, but there are 4. I got to know that there are 4 because one of them took me to the hospital before. So you see, these things are available. But Liberia, Joshua brought one dialysis machine during Joshua time. I don't know whether he initiated that project or whatever. It was a big issue. These are simple things. I got when I was in Sweden. I lived in Sweden, so I had this quote unquote mother, my Swedish mother. We are probably going to almost live with her. She and her husband. In fact, with the entire family, her brothers and everybody. Okay. This old man, she got dialysis machine private in your house. Every evening, we used to do every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, I'll help her. She taught me how to do it. That I'll connect the thing. The neighbor used to be a friend when to drink a needle. I want to scared. I'm scared of blood. So she also drink a needle. Then she tie it. Then I'll go and regulate the machine. Pour. That every blood, the blood I will go in that machine there and turn around and come back inside. The first I saw it, I was scary. She said, no, it's normal. She said, I've been on this thing for years. It's normal.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if a private individual can have it, but whole country would not have. Not that we do not have the money.
Look, you just said something. Thinking about private. So if the Liberia private person have it, while the machine running, the light goes.
Yeah. And the light go. Tell me what will happen. All the blood that was from inside that went in inside that person that went in the machine.
The person will die.
You see it? So no, it's a lot of things that we are behind as our people, and our people do not prioritize. But they get to power. The next thing they do is they go to other people offices and start pulling their also start pushing. You go. No, and when they go there, they're not going to do anything good. You see, government is not the place to get rich. People have Mr. Cummings said this thing. Government is not a place to get rich, but people do not understand. You go there to serve your people, and the service that you give people come in different forms. If you are at LEC, make sure that your service to the people is to restore stable, dependable, reliable, strong electricity supply. Constant. That's your service to the people. Whatever comes as money or whatever you get it, no problem. Provide that service. Because government is service provider.
Yeah.
If you are at the health ministry, make sure that you create that environment where the health sector will develop. You have everything. But our people do not think about it. What they think about is to go and occupy the seat, steal the money, and get out and let the next person come in. And this is a vicious cycle. It goes around from government to government, from people to, and that's why, in fact, if you look at the governmental system in Liberia, look at the employees of government, it's the same people from one government to another in different positions. Because that's the only way they live. That's the only way they can steal. And so they are doing, they are happy. Yeah, Francis, I think Francis wants to come on. Francis will send you the link. You can come on if you have the time. Okay, so some people live by government. They live on government. Without government, they will not live. So they will do anything. You know, where some people do not belong to any political party in Liberia. You know why I say that, Paul? They can become UP member today when UP in power. When UP leaves, party, yeah, I was saying Lillian Francis. Party, you send it already?
Okay, please send it to him, I think.
Okay, I'll do it. So you see, people will do anything just because they can't live without government job. And when they go to government, they're not going to serve. The point I'm making is that government is there to provide service. Government is not there to give you job, to enrich yourself. But again, our Liberian people will not understand. In fact, I do not blame these people who live by government. I do not blame them. Some of them, like our current president, he had been in government before some of us were born. Can you imagine? So, what if there were no government? What would this government do?
You go
you would have been there a long time ago because you will not have anywhere to live.
So Linford, have you heard what were the cause that the whole network, internet, have to shut down in Liberia for one whole day?
I mean, a good question you're asking, so, but I can't answer you.
So the reason why I'm saying that, because my office here, the people make money and they rely on technology. 30 minutes for the system to shut down, you know, they lost millions of dollars. And imagine, Liberia took the whole day. Now they say, oh, Africa Coast. But then Africa Coast came back on already. They say Guinea back on. Sierra Leone, everywhere. Nigeria, the last started coming back. What really caused it? I just don't get it. What really caused that the internet? What it could be or sabotage or what?
You know, that's a good question you're asking, Paul. But let me tell you something. You know, the same thing I'm trying to say. The management, people who go to these institutions to manage, what do they do? We've been around the internet for a while. I mean, we can trace it back because I remember I left Liberia in 1999. So the internet was in Liberia, but it was not too popular. So let's trace it back. In fact, the whole world internet was not that popular because the whole internet thing, you in the technology, you know the history. This whole internet thing was not for the public, it was for the US military. Okay? It was for the US military. But because when they introduced it, they saw that it was good. And then the US public started to demand that they want to have access to it too. So it was making communication easier. That's how they open it up to the public. We were just talking about the WACA too. Okay. And that was around 1995, 96, 97, 98, right? So when they decided that when the US government decided that they were going to open the internet to the public, they had that fear because they had it on a smaller scale that the military was using it. But then the public was demanding, and they said, okay, if we open it to the public, it might crash. So the year they decided to do that was the year 2000. So the Y2K, that Y, it means year, 2K means 2000. That was the year 2000, 1999, then 2000. So they were thinking that if we open this to the public in the year 2000, it will crash. So that's why you correctly said that people were making a lot of investment. People started backing it up, doing all kinds of things. And then 2000 came, when they opened it to the public, it was free. Nothing happened. Then they knew now that the internet could send out the system. So we've had around the internet for a very long time for us to be having these kind of problems.
No, the technology started. It started from the 80s to be on when Bill Gates came up with a Microsoft that he had to. So it became more. I mean, computer became more. They call it user friendly. So if you hear the word Windows, that means you could open several windows on your PC. So it became more friendly. And now before the Y2K project, we're also using something called that was through Microsoft Messenger. It was the one long before that. Now, so most of the large corporations were already into sending messages by using the internet. So what happened? That is, the technology became so, people rely on it so much that the clock are going to change, things are going to turn around, everything are going to fall apart, and all of this hullabaloo that came with it. I work on a Y2K project. That's one where I came from university, knew they were one of the first things that I even went to Philadelphia. I worked in Philadelphia for that Y2K project. And that was the time to be in computer. The money was flowing because if you're in it, look, everybody, all of these big companies, government, they pump a lot of money into that project. But having said that, fast forward, today we enjoy the benefit of the internet. So if you enjoy the benefit of the internet, you need to always, because everything that we do today is rely on internet.
Yeah, but so the question is, Liberia, as one of the countries that have been around this internet thing for a very long time, why is it that we say lagging behind, that just a little bit of click, some little wrong way? No, we're not saying that in the West, the internet does not crash. It can crash. So now, but the longest it will take, the longest it will take is if I'm not mistaken, I mean, I can't speak for the rest of the world, but for Norway, the longest rotation is 2-3 minutes because you get that blend that message. Oh, error will occur, and then all of a sudden they're working on it. Okay, so because people there are several backups. But let's say welcome to our colleague Francis Mensah from Sweden.
Welcome, Francis. Maybe Francis will give for insight what went wrong yesterday. That
yeah. Francis, your country, Liberia, the whole country was locked down.
Money got lost yesterday in transmission. My money got lost. So Francis talked to her. What happened to my country? The whole thing just collapsed.
No, but I heard was some problem with the fiber optic. If some storm I came across in a lot of countries affected: Nigeria, Ghana, certain part of Nigeria, certain part of Ghana, Ivory Coast, and it was on the BBC. As a matter of fact, I actually got a entire story on BBC. Yeah, so Liberia is no exception. I mean, unfortunately for us, we are in the basis of technology. So it's not easy thing for us to recover to act so fast. So it was some technical problems along the coast of West Africa, as a matter of fact.
So the fiber optic cable is run on the sea, right? That from the Atlantic, it just travel all on the sea. So when it comes to Liberia, hallelujah, Jesus Christ have mercy upon my country. And come to
we have partial. I always not competed. I remember I went to Liberia, like I was in Liberia 2011, I guess. They were still pulling it they were still pulling it then. 2011. So imagine how many years I passed. I mean, they still
2011, 2018, they were still laying fiber optic cable in Liberia.
No, what I'm saying, and when I in Liberia 2011, that when they said, well, still putting it from the ocean, from the sea, they put it from the sea. So they still doing it after 13 years. So I don't know.
Yeah, but okay, let's forget the internet, the fiber optic, and all the other stuff, right? Let's look at simple thing like electricity. The one you need, we get dumb. We get simple dumb. We need internet. We got the internet part, we can provide it. But the dam, we can adjust our water level. We can do. But why is it that we still suffering from electricity, even with the introduction of the grid from Ivory Coast? Why are we still having problem?
Now, man, that question you're asking, it's not a good question. They pay all Africa money. If you pay your bill, you still get something. You have to pay your bill. Even people in Liberia owe LEC money, and they expect LEC to perform. That's the whole thing. It's all based on money. And some of the government ministry in Liberia have not paid LEC. The only LEC they use the current, they don't pay. You use something, you gotta pay. So LEC too,
the bishops too, the government officials, they get free current.
Yeah, and then they get even some of those business people that's how they call it power theft. They steal from LEC. So LEC in a situation that I just sometimes I pity them, but when people spend their money, they demand something. So
okay, let me ask a question, Paul. Let me
learn on this before you ask. We refuse to spend money on a lot of things. But if you give me big government job today, in less than 3 months, I'll be a marshal. And I will get away free. It is why it is in Liberia.
Yeah, the question I want to ask, I'm asking the question out of real ignorance because I don't know. And that's why I'm asking. The LEC, it's still being run by the government as a government how you call it, corporation.
It's a government corporation.
It is still being run.
The reason I'm asking,
I think the Millennium Challenge, some group is actually it's partly privatized because the guys from Ireland, some Irish guys are running it too. Because remember one time one of the managers, I mean, I think he got fired or he had some problem with the workers or treating them bad, one Irish guy, and he reportedly left the country. So it's kind of private slash governmental. The government has the right to appoint people, but they had a couple of guys from the UK, some they're running. I think there was a guy named the former Tony Blair. I think he has some company there. They have some connection with LEC.
Okay, so and the reason I'm asking is, Francis, and I think Paul, you should know. Like in Norway, I don't know my electricity provider. We even imagine that we sell electricity to Sweden get it and then can sell it back to us at a higher price. So, but the point I'm making here is that, I don't know, because no wire hanging on the wall here. Seriously, I don't know. So my electricity provider, there are two. I pay two different type of bills. One to one other group and the other one. So I said, but why I pay? He said, Jeff, the fact that you get life, whether you use it or not, you pay. And that's one group. Then the group that provide the current. Okay? So everything goes on the internet. So there is no way I can steal. Because if I owe them one cent today and I pay, and that time pass, they send me money. If I don't pay, my life is off. So that will have, in this age, we'll have people still going to go pay lead bill with cash. Computerize this thing yet. Make it like what I'm talking about. I don't know who gave me current. I don't know. No individual. I know the company. I get a number. I can call them. Okay? If I have problem with my currency, I can call them. But to pay, I don't know who I pay to. I get pay. I get an account number. I pay. If I don't pay, they off me. So in this situation, there is no way I can see current. No way. Because nobody coming to me as well, my man. Take 200 krona, go come back. I'll pay the other one tomorrow. No. So if LEC is privatized and you introduce the kind of system, it's easier. So the store owner, the supermarket owner who's selling somewhere, who can be stealing the current when the LEC people go there, getting smart in the go back home, will not do it. Once you got it computerized under a privatized company, case closed. All the stealing, the government official, everybody, the king palace, they pay electricity bill. Not because the king live there. The prime minister pay electricity bill.
It's privatized. I mean, it's digitized in a way. Although you see the wires hanging up, because what you do, if you want to buy current, you go to you got the plug. How you got it called? You pay. You go. Automatically your current comes on.
Your
electricity.
So
they do it in Liberia. The guys Sarah even the guys who the morning change just they sell they go to this. But the problem is I don't want to say management could be the problem, but there's something that is not right, and that Liberia we need to work on it. In terms
that's why I just been confused. That's why I'm asking the question.
Guys, I just listened to your Liberia problem. It's an age-old problem that people just refuse to do the right thing. Why am I saying this? 2015, when we settled the renewable energy business in Liberia, there's a group that engaged us. They wanted to establish a solar farm in Liberia. And one of the obstacles was the land. And the place that were allocated is owned by Social Security. So I'll just give you the bigger picture of this. If you go Rawafi Highway and you go in Aliko Kakata Highway, between Finel and Rawafi, just it's parallel, right? In the middle there, that's the beginning of what you hear, the Do River. There's a big Do River in there. And that whole land in that place is owned by Social Security. Ellie wanted to build a new city within there, industrial city. Now, these guys decided, look, let's have a solar farm in Liberia to compete with LEC. We are not innovative enough in Liberia. We have plenty of sun. We get so many rebels in Liberia that people could say, look, let's invest in one of those rebels. We can, the loan that Samuel told them were getting 50 million here, 50. Get big loan, better down, that will ease the whole problem. And then if you give it to a private company to run this institution, there will be no way that people will how to say, electricity shortage in Liberia. We have all of that there. So we have the Atlantic Ocean. What about wind turbine? Lay a wind turbine to supply power. Solar. How much it costs to build a solar farm? $1 million plus. You can have a serious solar farm that will supply the whole of Kakata. Our people not innovative enough. That's the problem we're facing in Liberia. If you go Kenya, you see wind turbine in the desert supplying power. How much does this cost for wind turbine?
No, Liberia, you said it right. We one of the countries that are blessed. From Cape Mount to Cape Amos, the coastline, they told it was 350 kilometers or 350 square miles or something.
Yeah, 360 or 350 something now.
Yeah.
Square, miles or square miles.
Yeah. No, if you don't need so many wind turbines. 4 or 5 of it can supply 4. The whole coastline. Put one to Cape Mount, come down in the middle, somewhere there between Montreal and Basel, put one, somewhere between Sano and Grand what Penny, Riverside, you put one, then you put the last one somewhere around Cape Mount. They are powerful. They are powerful. You don't need. We're not sure of wind because that we are facing directly the Atlantic Ocean, so we don't need to worry about wind power. The wind is coming. And just before the Ukrainian war, I was visiting Ukraine frequently because it was something interesting, Paul, that I saw. I mean, I saw the guys, they sell portable wind turbine. And Paul, small thing, I got a picture on my phone before, on my old phone. Paul, this thing is interesting. I saw the thing picture and then the description, then I said no. So I contacted the guys. This time I want to make Liberia. I said, I want to Ukraine. I want to Kiev. I drove from Kiev. There's the southern tip of Ukraine, way down to the border of Russia. It's called Dnipropetrovsk. 8 hours I drove from Kiev to that place. I got to the place. I slept in the hotel. The guys came. I never big business guy. The guys came to look for me. In the morning we went. They took me to the old man who producing the thing. One engineer, and the guys took me. The old man took us to the house, to one house that I took a picture of everything, video. But you mounted little thing on top of the house. One person can take it, or 2 people can take it. The big one, they got different sizes. It depends what you want.
But man, I installed some in Liberia. That was listening to you.
You can mount that on your post or anywhere. And those things, that thing provide a whole house. The entire house, or European quality house, where you got freezer, you got everything. And I couldn't just believe that this thing would work. And you need 5 million something, 5 million meter, 5 million something of wind. So it means that if you can take sheet of paper and just blow it like this, once it turns, it will provide current. Can you imagine? So this is wind power. I don't know why are we wasting out on all of these things. As a country,
we don't want to spend money. That's the fact. Look, I'll tell you something. Yeah, you see the wind turbine. If you put 2 in Cape Mount, that 2 in Cape Mount, how many people live in Cape Mount? And the power it generates is the same sort of electricity that you will enjoy in your house in the West.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about the solar farm. Was sort of built 38 megawatts of solar farm to this place, and that 38 megawatt solar farm sort of supply over 200 homes
Hmm.
compared to the Western standard. Yeah. So you have the natural sun. So saying it will cost serious money to build dam, why don't you invest in solar farm? You see, if you invest in solar farm and wind turbine, that is the current problem. Electricity is the key to development in every nation building. Electricity comes first. So I don't know why it's a Liberia is always the opposite to everything that people. I just don't get it. But I think you see like Rwanda and other countries when the guys came to power, their focus was education and health. And what Paul Kagame and all of this, if you educate the people, the nation develop. In Liberia, it's the opposite. You see, and we have a very useful population. The young people in Liberia, huge that you could make use of them, and you'll be amazed how smart those guys are. They can do things if you educate the minds of those people in Liberia. There can be a lot to be done. And look, how much will it cost for one wind turbine? How much cost for a wind turbine? We talk about employment. That's something right there. The maintenance, the people who there 24/7 going to work. Solar farm, the same thing. You get other companies doing to compete with LEC. In the UK here, there's so many energy companies. If this one charging too much, you shut them down and go to the other energy company.
Yeah, to the other one.
So imagine if we have
you just touched a very important point, Paul. I think some of the problems we're facing with the LEC thing here, no competition.
That's it.
No competition, because if you got competitors, all of them trying to provide the best service. So by the time LEC, I got LEC, why I hang on my hall, I go on 1, 2, 3 times in the middle of doing some important thing, go and done with them. I'm moving to the next group.
Yeah.
So then you find out that all of the companies that are providing energy will try to put out their best. You know, it's the same like the banking institutions in this country. Some of them come with the lowest rate, some of them come with certain rate. You look at, you compare the two rates, I go to the other one. But guys, I think we spend a lot of time on this thing.
Let me just chime in quickly. The problem with that, it's not as lack of innovation. The problem with Liberia, in my mind, is that look, Liberians just don't want to change. The status quo should always be there. Look, is that look, my man, we're gonna bring new company here, so we're not eat. So that's the problem. We got the brightest of minds in Africa, around the world, but nobody want to make that change because they want to maintain the status quo. That's as simple as that. Because we have had the opportunity to have all these things talking about, especially solar panel stuff. The solar farm. Right behind my house, yes. Right, they got a solar farm there. So the thing is that the people just don't want to. Charge to say my pepper bush, because everything like that pepper bush stuff. Everything is a pepper bush. Everybody. That problem. Nobody wants it. Yeah, we're gonna move on to something else, guys. Yeah.
I think we gotta change the mindset. But let's go, Paul. Tonight, let's look at certain stories that we should be looking at. Having said all of these things about the internet, the development, electricity, let's look at some of the things that also impede our development. Look at the kind of thing. Let me make it bigger. I don't know if I make it bigger, can the people see, or I don't know what that is. But if you cannot see. Let me see on the screen. I think it's the same.
Yeah, I think it's all right. People can read it.
Yeah. Okay. So, we're talking about development. But there is something that can also cripple development. The thing we call corruption. In fact, we have a video. If time will give us, if time will permit us, I can play that video. That this man was talking about corruption, what corruption can do. Here we're talking about bringing the healthcare records to book. If those of you in a audience or the viewing land, you may have heard this story before. There was a video leak that connected people, the county healthcare officials of Makivi County, based in Kakata, to discussions that they wanted to divert. I listened to that thing on Costa Show, I think, one of the shows, where we heard a video that people were talking about dividing money, diverting the money that was sent by the Americans for the county health. And the people were talking about dividing it. My man, but man, you know what we'll do, man? You know, can you imagine? You got people dying, pregnant women dying from childbirth, simply because there are no drugs, no bed, no hospital bed for them to lay down on in the clinics. Somebody went to make farm, the man got hurt. Either the foot break or the hand break, something happened to him. He cannot get medicine. But the people who are trusted to do this work or to receive funding that can provide health care for the people, and these people are taking pay though, they're working, they're taking pay. But then the money intended for certain things, they're thinking about taking that money and diverting it to their own use. Why you got people, other people dying, the people who are supposed to benefit are dying. So how can such a country improve in any sector? Gentlemen, you're looking at the story here. You're looking at the hairline. What would you want to say about such thing? And connecting it to what we're talking about, you know, no good electricity, no good internet connectivity. If these kind of things happening in the health sector, which is one of the most important places in the society, one of the most important, in fact, if not the most important sector in the society, because healthy people will make good contribution. Talk to me, Paul.
Therefore, it's a good question you ask, but sometimes you can't blame these people. These health workers, they are underpaid. You see, it's almost like you link it with the police. When people are underpaid in a society, this is what happens. The mindset is to corrupt people and get away with it.
Well,
How much these people are?
I know you don't like here, but will you allow me to disagree with you small on one point?
You can disagree with me because this is the problem in Liberia.
Okay, so you talk about the police, but let me talk about the healthcare workers.
It's 7-7.
Yes,
they are
also
7-7. So
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
They are underpaid, but at least they get paid. But what about the grandmother way in the village who need the healthcare? The healthcare worker, they are underpaid, I agree. But at least when the more end, they can get small things. But yes, somebody, one old lady, one grandpa, way in the village, he not doing anything besides farming. He went to where he got hurt. And he's supposed to receive healthcare. But these people who at least receive small things, but they're supposed to be serving the people, taking the same thing that belongs to the people and adding it to the little one they can get and denying that person that already has nothing. How can you compromise that?
You can't compromise that. This is the system in Liberia. You know, there's a lot of drugs in the hospital that have been given to Liberia free. But if you go to the hospital, they will not give you drugs. They will give you places, go to Lucky Pharmacy across the road and buy drugs. Because all of the nurses, everybody get some sort of clinic somewhere. They steal the drugs and take it there. This is the situation in Liberia. The stealing become like it's embedded in the system that they do it all the time. They don't care about the old man you're talking about. It's all about their pocket. It's all across. Look at the police people. While linking is two, in a day, go Boulevard Junction. you see about 15 police officers standing Red Boulevard Junction harassing motorists. They're not into those communities. That's what they do. It's all about their pocket. Now, so what am I saying? Say because they honor pay, if these people were paid good, they giving a good salary, and somebody did things like that, for Christ's sake, they will be found in South Beach. Some sort of punishment should have to take place, because what if you go into the health service, I think they have some sort of commitment that is signed. You're there for the people, even you getting money. You're there to heal people. But in Liberia, it's the other way around. And what the guys did, it's just wrong. Let's divide the money. They don't care. Francis, I think you're champion the one, but I think it's just heartbreaking when you hear some of these stories.
Look, I got a slightly different view on that. Partially, I would agree with you guys when you say the guys are underpaid. But my take is that, look, we have that culture of impunity, corruption. I mean, we need to have a new breed of people who would gravitate from that mindset, because first and foremost, you underpay. Then we engage ourselves in a lot of activities that's costly. We want to have girlfriends here. You gotta support our home. You gotta support your own home. You gotta send the girlfriend to school, or the girlfriend child to school, or you send your own children to school. Look, so these are the triggers. These are the things that make our people so corrupt. You could live on your minimum wage. I agree that education, all the things are expensive and no good. But look, if we could live within our confines. See, the people, look, I mean, yeah, Europe or in America, matter of fact, you live on minimum wage, but you live your life according to your lifestyle, what your income it is. So yeah, but our people, you find a man who has one wife, I mean, his wife and children, but after a while, you gotta drink your 4 or 5 beer before you go home. You got I mean, we just don't know how to tailor our life according to our income. I'm from what I make my salary. It goes to paying bills, food, and after what is left, I mean, you take it. If you can save, you save, and then move on. But we don't do that. That's the problem with Liberia. I mean, the people underpaid. But look, if you pay everybody in Liberia, I said the average wage was $2,000. I mean, minimum wage for $2,000 for a horse or $1,000. You guys will still steal. We need to have a new culture. Corruption starts in the school. Everywhere people are being taught to steal. Simple as that. It's from the ground. It's from the ground. It's rudimentary. The grassroots people are just taught to steal, to cheat. I mean, Papa carrying son to the girlfriend. That's stealing. You making your children not. I mean, I mean, come on, man. All those things are corruption. That's stealing. You know your pa wife, your mom, but you know your pa girlfriend ain't giving you money, giving this. So those things are societal issue. It starts from there. Yeah, that's my take. We need to change our way of life, doing things. Simple as that.
You said something that took me way back to my elementary service days. It says the family is the most important unit of the society, right? Because the whole society starts from the home, the family. The father is the president, the mother. And you also said something that corruption, the people can teach corruption. Right in our Liberian society, people can teach corruption. And let me tell you how. Including my mom, my father, everybody, they taught us corruption. All of us here, 1, 2, 3 years. We grew up just about the same time. Our parents taught us corruption, but we didn't know. Imagine, in Europe is different. You know, when they cook a food saying everybody come what you want. They want you want to eat. Like bro, when they cook a food, they will take all the baby meat, they go to our party. If they kill chicken, they'll get all the chicken, the meat to our party, and then they get chicken hay, the food. When they coffee, they get it, they feed, they party to the par, then they get all the hay there with the picking there. That is cheating. Everybody sort of have equal right. Here in Europe, when you put a phone in the dining table, you're not telling your son, oh no, don't eat it one, tell him one, no. Everybody cutting. The one you equal share, equal right. But and this thing goes down our head that the man in the office, once the man become minister, he think all the beamer for all the people in the country now. So when the money can't, I know the money that's going to be for project, I will take it one. And the president, starting from the president too. So the minister see it from the president then the minister then practice it. And then it starts from whom? Because I think the Euro there saw that.
It start from the whom? It start from the whom for the community because the president got to go big to be president. For
to be president.
The minister got to start big here.
Yeah,
so this starts from the whom. From the
John Waka, John, we are all of them.
All the things they for I disagree with you, Lefa. I disagree with you, guys.
This is a serious thing.
No, it's my man. How can us in Liberia, you work hard for your money? The best part of the food, they must go to somebody who do. Not say that kind of thing, my man. The papa they work hard for their money. So the papa
have responsibility. Children have responsibility, and nobody asks you to born it.
Any children eating, but Lefa said the best chicken.
The children should be nourished to give you.
That
many children steal. That many children go in and pick. The children go in the papa boy and also the chicken for that.
The thing
that the old man then told the children.
Let me tell you, even until now, me, that thing inside me will grow up with that thing. That like so now I can't practice with my son, right? We eating the food there, we eating. Then I say no, take it out of me. Say no, I want it one here. You see, so that thing grew up with us. So our society we can start corruption from way down the line, and that thing will follow you. If you get I'm the first of all my brothers and sisters. I'm the first. So now I go to Liberia. The last time I was in Liberia, we came a goat on a Sunday. I just call her and say, we came one goat. So then after my brother wife go, then she go come and food and sell it different place in the play. So I said, why? She said, I don't food. I said, no, but we call it, eat together. But the picking there too, they know that that's a culture that I said, no. I said, we are not food. We put everything one people that eat. So you see, because that corruption, that thing starts from where in the womb.
It's the old man that start teaching. My man, the old man that start teaching that thing long time. And I will tell you what, and not a paper there. If you go buy rest, couple rest, or grumpy, you know, on the will beat it. Yeah. The old man that started the stealing been a long time. So, or sometimes
they got men that steady rest through the market, my man.
No, see, yeah, but Paul, we are making it fun. But like people, you're all listening to you're look at the thing. You're putting into context. The corruption thing, we can look at the government official then. But the thing start from way down a good dial, you know, that Francis brought up about the home business. The thing can start way down. I mean, how in the world they make all run behind the chicken? Christmas Day, we run behind the chicken, they kill the chicken, then they give all the feed. So you look at it, they'll put the flag on and then get it boom.
Then Papa going to eat to a girl, a Jew play again, eating double. Yeah, Papa they got a bee in that country. Eating chicken to a Gavin play.
They got bee. No, I said,
he won't eat, so you're waiting your money for them to warm the rest.
I tell you.
But we're just having fun tonight, guys. But you know, putting into perspective with the government and things. So the corruption team, my Liberian people, our Oma then in Liberia, our Oma then, we're talking to you now. They think what I can do. I know we're not saying you're never respect our father then, but build in your children the mentality. You know, I got one of my friends here, his son, his 6 years old son, were in Liberia in 2017. So we all rode a flight to come back from Ralphie. So the beginning, he saw me at Ralphie, but then we got on the flight. He didn't know that I was on the flight. Then we got to Belgium. Then he saw me. He told Amsterdam, rather. Then he told his father, he said, oh, yeah, I saw him. Meaning, I saw him. You know, so we started to ask the beginning, why were you explaining like, bro? He said, everything was okay, but I saw my friend and drawing water over there. You see, so plenty of things we can do. We not say don't train the children, but again, there's certain things we can do. It will follow the children. You know, they think about your cook, you give all the best part to the father. No. That father been eating lot. Let the children grow, let the children know how to share. Because they think about sharing. Once you put a food on the table, everybody cut. They want to take it. So now there's a few or there's a pour food in it. Everybody had a bowl. So now I see my old man teaching my man. I see my old man teaching. She will take one spoon, put it, one spoon here.
My man, you not treating our poor fair.
Oh my God, I get full. You know?
No, friends say they cannot treat our poor fair. The old man get far cheering. She might go 2 cups of red. They will not share it. She had a position, one spoon, something away for them to have something. My man, you got to understand the poor situation too. You're not being fair on the old man.
But you know,
I work.
She used to, when she buy Coca-Cola to drink it with small way around. She would take some and then she would small for everybody to have little taste of that Coca-Cola. I be the old man try.
No.
The old man try. I agree. The old man try.
I work, my man. They can bring the cake. That cake, the poor call small piece. They will call small piece. They will eat, some will leave behind, or some will be left over. They will not take it and say, wait for the other people who come to work. Jesus. So, African people can be cutting big beef, man. They can be looking. They be looking. You see?
And they didn't follow us here. No, every time I had July 26th, we can invite the Norwegian people. But the Norwegian people will go and cost small food. And the thing is, you cost small, you go, you eat for it, you're going for it, you come by the second about how many are load the plate, but they're walking the chicken tire dropping from the plate. I was like, bro, man, they will load the plate, the first plate, they will load the plate, walking the chicken tire dropping from the plate. I say, here you go. When you have the food stay there, all you do, taste more, can't eat, then you go. But how many they got charge the plate, my man, they walking the chicken tire and dropping.
No,
but again,
friends say, let me give you one story. It's not only Liberian thing, it's the African thing.
African thing. That's what I say, African thing.
Yeah. I went to a Nigerian party. You know the Nigerian women? They are huge.
That culture is even worse. The Nigerian culture is even worse than Liberian culture.
And they said, we went to the party, they said ladies first to call food. My man. By the time we could get there, because what the women have caught. That's the African thing. Nothing left. They caught everything. Anyway, on a serious note, we have fun. I think today is Friday. Today is Friday. That's what Friday. That's what weekend is all about. To relax yourself. You're sitting down. You came from work. You have your little cup of tea in Liberia. Although because of the internet, we don't have many people today from Liberia following us. People stay struggling. But on Friday, people relax. Some people having their wine, sitting down, watching television, especially in a cold weather. You have nothing to do outside there. So you just need a little bit of fun too at times. Instead of putting somebody's business in your head,
you be yourself sick for nothing.
Yeah, with the Liberian issue, it can never finish. And one of the best things, the last program we have, friends say you're not here, was very, very interesting about how people can do things. We talk about ecotourism, the benefit and all that. All of these things that are happening in Liberia, we can do a lot by putting sense in some people's head. And so I just want to transition a little bit. Me and you grow up right in Monrovia, in the heart of Monrovia, I would say. Center Street, the graveyard. Is that the one called Palm Grove? That's the name for it.
Yeah.
Okay. That Center Street graveyard used to be one of those places that when you walk back before the wall now and then come after doing those time, you walk it right. It was one of the most beautiful places that
You will see
the
marble
graves,
graves and different.
yeah, and different kinds of grave people. It was always clean. But today, that Palm Grove Cemetery, Zocos live in a cemetery. Mirror it came out time they fenced the whole place to stop it, but they turned broke it, they gone back. They live there. The tombs that were built, they live there. They took all the human parts from there, they live in a cemetery.
They live inside the tombs.
They live inside the graveyard. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So that is Zoko territory. So and this what happened when you Zocos, their job in Liberia, they go from community to community to collect garbage. And they have nowhere to dispose of those garbage. So they take it to Center Street. And this is what happening. They go around, collect garbage, and come and dash it there. This is the heart of Monrovia. And for health hazard, this can, serious sickness can break up on this. This is in the heart of Monrovia, Center Street. Guys.
So
look, it made me personal Liberia. Look, all the look, I will build correction center. The first project I'm building no rules. Are they building big J horse? That was building correction center. After be fought, I finished with them into the first 2 years. Nobody do all this stupidness in that country. I'll be a one-time person. I'll be a one-time president. I'm telling you. I'm gonna be my first project. I'm building no rules. I'm building one big J horse correction center. The Zogo, the Clinicals, the Derrico Zogo, they'll be following in that place. Because first, there's no law and order. That's the first thing. It is absolutely wrong. I mean, this will be an outbreak of pandemic in that country. You know, it's all around. You know, so yeah, I mean, it's wrong. Yeah, Linford, I know you said, but you moderating. Go ahead, guys. Yeah.
You know,
My man.
Paul Riley said, some of us grew up right in the heart of town, and I grew up on the bypass, lived there several years, all my childhood days up to the time I was adolescent. And then I lived several parts of Monrovia, all over the place. And Central Monrovia, growing up on the bypass, Central Monrovia was the place for us. All the cinemas were there. And I know I made a joke with one of my friends one time. I said, you can tie I've been out of Liberia for long, but you can tie my face. I was still walk between horses we used to go. We look for alley. I mean, just about everything that we think about as young boys. We look for alley. There came a time when we used to go to the cinema when you get one Colgate, empty Colgate pack or Palmolive soap pack. We look for all of that. Between every house in Central Monrovia, the only place I don't know in Monrovia where, I mean, in terms of, Kono, that I cross the bridge. Seriously, that one can laugh from Gabriel Togo Bridge, going on that side. I've never found the mirror. I don't know where there. I've been all in the Kono looking time thing, but now I know Central Monrovia, where I can pass between one house and I know which house, those days now, which house I will meet next. Because we look for alley. We'll look for alley for our, cinema on Saturday. And Central Street was one of those places that were quite interesting for me, growing up as a child. Number one, this thing we're talking about, the home, how the child grows up. Growing up, I was made to always believe that, there is spirit, when somebody died, the spirit there, and I was afraid of body, dead body, altogether. When somebody died, it was
picking up for everybody. Well,
yeah, you see, so to even pass near Central Street was always a problem for me. On the walking on the street, I'm thinking that the dead people there looking at us, I was always afraid. But one thing I still remember about Central Street, it was clean. people will go there, not even only on Decoration Day, but people will go there to clean their people's grave, paint it. Some graves were painted, some graves were marble. You know, you didn't need to paint there. If people could walk between the graves, everything was okay. But all of a sudden, that I'm hearing that people have broken the graves, empty all the bones or whatever were in that grave, and they now leaving him up in leaving in grave. And this is, disheartening. And not only that, to compound the situation, they have started dumping dirt. And sooner or later, what's going to happen? The whole place will turn to a dump site. And not only the Zogos will be dumping dirt there, right? The surrounding area, Gurley Street and all the streets around there, Mexican Street and all, going to AB Anderson Funeral Home, all the people that are living in that area there, they'll begin to bring their dirt to dispose of it. And give yourself 1 year maximum or minimum. You'll find out that place will be out of control. When I was in Liberia 2016, last time I was there, I was driving across the bridge from Gabriel Tucker Bridge. The moment I entered Fata, then I saw my left hand side behind the corner yard, I saw the heap of death, and I didn't believe it. I mean, the people made it there, all the people made it there in Monrovia, and in the heart of the town. So I think the government should do something. They should move swiftly to arrest the situation. And the other day I heard the Monrovia City Corporation, the city mayor, say that there is not sufficient place to empty dirt now. He said the collection of garbage is not a problem, but where to put it? You see, I heard somewhere about Winter, somewhere behind the Omega Tower there. Winter, I used to know Winter. I know Winter very well because when I left Monrovia during the wartime, when we got this place to Omega, the next place we stayed at Winter. Okay, but they said the dirt is too much there. They burn it, and the community people are also suffering. They're complaining. So nowhere to dump the dirt. So the question is, even if the government will clean all the dirt, where are they going to put it? No recycling place, nothing. So they will take it from one place, one community to another, the other community, and then the problem continues because you take it from Poor Hall, you can't dump it to Poor Hall, take it to Francis Hall. So we are going in a circle, guys. What do we think we can do, or we can recommend the government to put this whole thing here to rest with the dirty around the town?
Well, that's a very hard question. Because we lack the infrastructure. Because I think during Elling's administration, there was something on the Ghana Somalia Drive right before, right after the bridge, the Stockton Creek Bridge. On the if going towards Gardensville, going towards that, and it's on the right, or some recycling or something, or plant that was there, and when they used to put it there, but the new government, the past government after Edding was administration did not see the need to do that. To work with, so they all the equipment they spoiled. But this is disposal of dye is quite a very, very important thing. It can be used, and the process great. It can be used as renewable energy as well. But again, where is the place? The government need to look. The government has so many free or available land around there. It requires a lot of work. The city mayor and his team, they need to go out there and source sponsors, donors, to see they can build a bigger plant where you can recycle the dye. You get you put the plastic one side, put other thing, recycle them. But other than that, it's a serious problem, bro. To prefer solution now, it will need a serious research, So I don't know what I can dispose out there. Monrovia is so dirty, man. Jesus.
What?
Yeah, Francis, you're right. There's something in renewable energy we call biomass.
Yeah, biomass. Yeah.
The dye generate energy. Now, and what they could do, and you're right, they need, because I don't think the government have money for that. This is where they need to go out there. And I think Monrovia is friendly with certain cities in the world because they pair cities. So the city that Monrovia is friendly with, people can go there and fetch from money. We want to build a recycling plant or want to build a biomass factory to produce energy. I think the friendly cities can do it to be able to help, because the biomass will not take that huge amount of money to do it. And we're just talking about wind turbine, solar farm. That's another means of energy generation, biomass from the debt that is being created. And our neighboring countries. And one of the things is we don't do in Liberia. We don't go to the neighboring country and see what they do to steal ideas and bring it back. In Europe, they steal from everywhere. If you go to Sweden, they got a square. You go to Norway, there's a square. You come to UK, there's a square. That square thing started from one country. Everybody, oh, this is a good idea. It went all across. You travel to the other country and see how they handle their debt. What do they do? Bring it to Liberia and do the same thing. But that is a serious challenge for the city corporation. And you know, city corporation is only, it's just, I don't know whether they expanded it, but I know from Ducal Party all the way to Monrovia City Hall, that's Monrovia City right there. You see? Yeah, towards you are not even part of Monrovia City. You know, that's the city, Monrovia, from Ducal to City Hall. So I don't know. I know Peace will have their own stuff. I don't know, because the population now expanding here and there, how they're going to handle the debt thing is a serious challenge for any government. But they need to go out there.
You grew up in Jalatan, I grew up on the Power Parks. And we used to have these people they call, and we constantly, or almost every day, we saw them on the street. We call it CDM, Clean Down Monrovia. The old man there with a wheelbarrow and one broom laying down inside. With it. You remember them?
Yeah.
Most of them were old people. They carry out a wheelbarrow with a broom laying down inside on the sidewalk. And Monrovia used to be very, very clean. If nowhere in Monrovia were clean, the papas around the city hall area there, coming to the executive mansion, going all the way to Gidel Gibson, Ali, those that I play, it was clean. So if nowhere in Monrovia were clean, those places were clean. And we used to be laughing at the old men and call them CDM people. Now, you get asked a question. What is the city corporation doing? I think now the city corporation, they behind the marketers. They collect money from the marketers. And the sole purpose of that money is to dispose of garbage. But you find out that the marketplaces are all littered with garbage. And then the city, when people collect it, that's why when the city mayor said, nowhere to dispose. So what are you doing? So because nowhere to dispose of the garbage, it will remain there. Is that what you're saying? Look for. That's why they put you there. They know that you know the job. Use your hair. Be innovative.
But Linford, isn't that come with some funny as well? Because you can have the best idea. If you don't have this, the risk, you don't have the money. What do? It's a serious challenge. Look.
Well, let me ask you one question. Or let me ask all of us, including myself. Who owns the land in Liberia? It's government. So if the same government can start talking no place to put land, so I will take my land I bought and give to government. Government owns the land. We buy land from government. You got fly over Liberia, and see. I have flown on the coastal line from Monrovia straight to Grand Crew. I mean not Grand Crew, Sano. Okay, in the plane. You know that Liberia is nothing but forest. You see this. You in the helicopter. You see some small round hole in the forest at one time, or suddenly the city. So Liberia is a vast. So
don't even go there. Don't even go there.
Government can find another land.
Government have to buy the land.
Huh?
Government have to buy the land.
Yeah, but who government buy the land from? People buy the land from government.
Wait. I don't know when our founding fathers, when they sat down were throwing stone to own land that belonged to them. You hear one person own 700 acres of land. You can't just go and take that because they own it. You got to buy it.
But who they bought it from?
That's the question. Me, you know, I have somebody, one person in the country own over 500 and 900.
Yeah, because if you go to lands and mine, you pay for land. If you pay for land, the money go. So government owns the land. I'm telling you, government say, no, listen, we need land, they will get land. But the point I'm making is that the city mayor should be innovative, or the whole city corporation, they should be innovative. They cannot cry and say because no land or winter is full, so they'll let it then remain in central Monrovia. That's bad.
Linford, they need to buy whole land for that. That's why friends say just knock the hammer on the nail here that you can have a smaller area, get the money that you a mini recycling plant. What do you do with it? You can build something that can bring that dirt to generate power. So you don't gotta go. What are they using now?
In the absence of that money now, but again, there is something that we need to do. I remember when we were small also, we used to sell bottle, the Coca-Cola bottle, right? And you know, all kind of people used to go around buying bottle, right? Yeah, and that helped to remove all the bottle from the street. The same thing we do here in Sweden and Norway, but in the UK, I didn't see it. Maybe you guys do it. If you walk all around here, you'll not find. You find Coca-Cola bottle somewhere. The plastic Coca-Cola bottle, you'll find it somewhere by mistake. Somebody, especially in the winter, the student board, they can be driving, they drink, they just throw it. But under a normal condition, it will be difficult to see. And the reason is that we got something. I mean, we got a label on our bottle. That if you
call it pant.
Yeah, we call it pant to recycle it.
Pant, yeah.
So it's called here in Sweden. I think it's 1 krona. Here it's 2 krona. So it's difficult, and they got some people. They got some people there that have no job. Some foreigner, they are going around collecting it. So you find out that it's difficult to see bottles in the street, and the reason they do that is, I'm in the maritime, right? And we studied that the plastic bottle. In fact, not even plastic bottle. That plastic bag, the thin plastic bag that we can take to go to the market. So if you put it in the ocean, it will take up to almost 50 to 100 years before it not dissolve, before it can break. And in that process, the fish can eat it, all the ocean animals can eat it, and they'll die. But let alone the plastic bag part, almost 200-300 years. Okay? So to avoid all of those things, if you go to Montreal now, you carry one company or government say, okay, we want to recycle all the plastic bag. When you use your plastic bag, bring it, we'll buy it. No, people, the Zogos, people who call Zogo, they'll go climb in that there, take all the plastic and empty it there and wash it clean and bring it. Well, it's dirt. It's easier to manage. Anything that is not plastic, not metal, not something hard, it can be in a food product, it can dissolve. Okay, but the plastic product, it will take long time to dissolve. So if you institute some of the measures where people you will recycle the plastic, okay, you'll see Montreal might be clean by force because people will go in the toilet and take all the plastic and wash it and can sell it. You know, so that's something you can do.
That's a brilliant idea. Look,
we're not going to get rid of it, but so many things we can do to call it down small.
Liberia, at the stage where Liberia is, look, government cannot do much. Those ideas need to be self-prioritization. Prioritize those things. It will be easily done. Because if you bring a company from Europe or America that is involved in the recycling, having biomass, funny thing, because you don't burn that anymore. Because there's health hazard, environmental hazard. Look, if you prioritize, I think the company coming with a specific project goal in mind, of the product, the garbage, you can do it with renewable energy. You can have they can export it. They can export the thing for fuel. They can make fuel out of it. So there's a lot of things you can do with that. So government Liberia, the city corporation does not need to think about that thing. They do not need to think about it. They just need to prioritize that particular aspect of garbage collection to a company that will turn it there into something. Through that company can say, look, we will take plastic bags, we'll take bottles, clean bottles, have to help, So they just prioritize those things because we don't have the means, we don't have the money. I think that's a solution. Government, somebody come with millions of dollars, open a plant. You say we will buy the plastic, clean plastic, or dirty. If you bring dirty plastic, you get small. You get a cheaper. You get a cheaper compensation.
Go wash the
Clean
plastic clean.
Yeah. So you get clean plastic. You get something cheaper. They have a water washing plant. The company will do it. I mean, they prioritize those areas. That aspect of garbage collection, and the Morrison Corporation need to outsource it to a company. That's it, man. We don't have the money.
We have the environment, the EPA, the EPA.
Yeah, EPA.
Yeah,
Environmental Protection Agency.
So you get the Montreal City Corporation, you get the EPA. So what are they doing? How are they? What? So they just sit down in Montreal and work, or because they should be reaching out. They're the EPA. No, because anything that has to do with environment is a hot cake around the world now.
We only focusing on Monrovia. Liberia generally is dirty. So I mean, you need also that thing to a company that would just only Monrovia. The company will be in charge of going all over. I mean, look, we will the government country they have to employ the people who use that thing to ship those dye somewhere else and make. I mean, look, man. I mean, problem. It is easy. It's so easy. Everything we want to do ourselves to steal to get money for ourselves. Also those stuff. You'll find people who will come and invest in it and make money or employ people. Simple as that.
Yeah, because I don't know what the EPA does.
Do you know
environmental issues that the hottest issue around the world now?
Do you know, if you can remember, there was a climate change summit in Glasgow last year. I think we are attending that thing.
Yeah, we are attending that climate. Yeah, that's what
there is this guy, Buffett, some billionaire in America.
Warren Buffett.
There is $4 billion set aside for the EPA that I talk about environmental stuff. And it's also have to do because it's climate change. They're talking about renewable energy, all of the things to stop people building how they call it, electric cars instead of using gas and all that. There is money there that they have. So with Liberia, the EPA you're talking about, those are the places they're supposed to tap into.
See,
now we just talk about Central Street with the dye. That's very Central Street. You have one of the biggest sewer coming from. The door open. I'm doing Samuel Dota. He built that sewer. It's coming. I think it's from Getty Street.
Yeah, from Getty Street all the way there.
It's going it's going all the way to PHP where they build a park now. It hits the Atlantic Ocean. I can tell you are talking about plastic bottles. People drinking from plastic bags now, water. All of those things going straight to the Atlantic Ocean. That particular sewer that I'm talking about, it passing behind the stadium. If you see it, it's completely filled with garbage. So the mayor of Monrovia, he have a massive tax on him. It's not for joke. To have Monrovia clean, that a lot of work they need to put in it. And for environmental purposes, for better Liberia, they need to go out there, get the money to have those places clean. Monrovia, man, you see now the whole. Let me land on this. Then I'll let you go. You see, Broad Street, Center Street, and all the places. How Waterside used to be back in the days. That how is looking now. So your new Broad Street, it will be the Tonma Boulevard sinkhole going up. That is the new Broad Street. But the old Broad Street is the complete Waterside. So we have serious problem over there. The city mayor have a serious tax on him. And you see, while the little boy Jefferson Coachy they have over there, that's why he could not do anything. That job is one of the biggest jobs. I mean, they say you the president for the city, and they need money. So I see where they come from. They need serious money to be able to turn Monrovia to or clean Monrovia. They need serious money.
You know, all of these things, when we talk about innovation, people might the first thing people might run to is technology. No, you got to sit down and innovate. Be creative. It's all about creativity. Think outside of the box. Think beyond. And I see people get appointed to job and they go there. You know, the latest is with this our friend in a unity party. Oh, go and serve where, or go and steal your own well. You know, let me tell you, if I the same people management, I can manage port, I can manage it. If you put me at a port, I'm not thinking about sitting in that office. No, I will say that. But there are certain things about the port that I know that we need that can make the port, the free port of Monrovia or hub in West Africa that can bring extra money. Those are the things that I'll be pursuing. And you think I'll sit down behind desk and get it? No, I'll be out there. I'll be out in other countries checking what you guys doing here. What is Thailand doing different from the port that the Americans built, the port of Cebu that the Americans built and turned over to you? How are you generating your money for it? That port, that free port of Monroe again, that for all the American built that free port. Okay, it's a municipal port, and they turn it over to us. We supposed to get money from that port free. We don't put money in once in that port. We sort of generate free money. We say now, clean phone. There was something at the port.
Let me join you and give my city mayor something that he can run with if he pick up this video. In the UK here, they have something they call congestion charge. If you drive to central London, before you enter, you got to pay.
Yeah.
Every vehicle that go in and out, you pay. So in Liberia, the city mayor, he can create a tour booth that every car that enter Monrovia must pay something $1 for them to generate that money to do something. They have to be innovative in a way to create money, that free money. You see, Maryborough introduced something there. If you take your car and park it, you sort of pay $1 liberty for parking your car for that amount of time. They need to enforce it to generate. It's a heavy money making machine right there, free money. You so the car park, you mark the places that will park. In Europe, some place they get machine that you put money. If you're there, the parking attendant will come and give you ticket. They need to enforce things and that will get money. Be creative and generate your own money to be able to do things like that. Because sometimes the way the world going, sometimes you go ask your friends for money, they will say, oh, our economy bad, we don't have money. Generate money in Liberia. And you know, not only the market people pay money, should pay money to city corporation, parking lot. People come to town for a few hours, they come to work, they park their cars, they pay $5 a day. Something, because we're talking about environmental, you bring in some kind of old diesel cars polluting the city, you don't pay money. Be innovative and generate money.
I think, like I was saying before, you know, they think the whole thing about climate change, the environment and everything, that's the hottest topic in the world now. People, the PB countries, they're having summit on that. So Liberia could go there. And, you know, there should be, that's what I said. The city mayor should not be one glued to his seat, sitting down in the office, enjoying the glamour of being sitting in the office. The EPA, they should be, and the Senate, they should work together. They should be out there selling this. Look, This is our country. This is the problem facing. What can we do? Can we get it funding? If you don't say, if you don't go cry, nobody will hear your pain or nobody will know about your pain. You got to go out there crying. Yeah.
I live for them poor. Look, the city, the city major or the city morality corporation. I mean, it's a unique, it's a unique entity. Look, you got so many ways you can levy, you can get money out of that. But the first thing, our people are not law-abiding people. Matter of fact, so you need to work with the police, the government, the legislature. I mean, to enact some of these laws. I mean, people they're throwing things all around the city. Look, I think the only way Liberia will develop that, two ways I see it. First, you bring more prison and enforce the law, and the second thing is you partner with people. You have government. You got government is a private public sector ownership. Then the city corporation. They are saying, look, the debt garbage collection aspect of it, you'll give it to your outsource it to somebody. Let it come enforce it. Because there will be a way that the people will benefit. Look, Liberia do not have the resources. Paul said it where people out there not giving money all of that like that, So you go into a public-private venture, so that around the world, the countries we live in, the government, most of the things are privately owned now.
Yeah.
So that's the only way Liberia will move forward. You create more jobs, and if I bring my $1 million to invest, you think I'll be joking?
Exactly.
I won't be joking. So look, I mean, but I think that's the only way forward for Liberia. Most of our state-owned enterprises need to be either privatized 100% or maybe or 50%. We still have some.
Yeah, and you're right. Liberia probably can't finish. So sometimes we hear government will get angry with people misuse. The problem is just not going to go away anytime soon. It just takes somebody to just come out and say, look, Mary Bro did that thing. She did it with violence. People say, oh, they were more abusing, but I think she did it because she gained from it. Even up to today, they still have every first Saturday is Mary Bro Day. People still remember to. So sometimes you need to take some drastic action against people for them to see that this is how it's supposed to be. You can't be Sophie all the time.
Look, Singapore, Malaysia, big countries, Thailand.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be Rwanda. How they manage? Our people, we are so good at not adhering to the law of our country. No, we got so many good laws, but people just weak. They say, I'm in our government, I'll do it. If you enforce the laws, we first and start putting people in jail and start doing all those things, a big prison that I will build. The first thing I will build, become person I build prison. After before, after the first 3 months, and after before, people start shipping up.
Well, let's welcome the late comer Jamal Kamara. I know whether he's hearing us. Jamal want to say welcome. With 10 minutes to go, and he's coming. So probably you'll do the rest of the talking. But Jamal, we want to say welcome to you, and we hope that all is well. We're not hearing you, so you gotta do something. But I think Paul, you can also add to what Francis said. Why Jamal is trying to settle himself.
All is well. You guys hear me now?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All is well. Just say welcome. Just came out with some family engagement. Been away anyway, so I just want to say thank you very much for holding the show up to now, and we're great. I think everything's on course, and I want to thank you very much. And yeah, let's see the start of almost the middle of March. Let's see what's going to go. I think Francis is going to tell you. I know, but we're reminded that we have a big plan coming up. That's why I'm here to tell you guys know. So we want everybody to be aware of that. That we'll be having a big show a big. I don't know whether you made a Francis. Have you made an announcement about it before?
No, not yet. At the end of the show, so
Okay.
you that take over. So the show will end. So you that take over. So you the chair. You the chairman of that committee.
So I want to just take the time by virtue of order from His Excellency Francis M. Mensa. We'll be giving you more details on this, guys. Guys, if you like me, the host, like Mr. Gue and Paul, to just make the announcement of the event that are coming up on the 25th of May. That will be in Belgium and Antwerp, but we'll be coming with a flyer, more details on it. But just by way of information, it's a big event. Liberian Professionals Entrepreneur will be meeting in Belgium on the 25th of May. We should be on site for just a day event. So we'll be putting some think tank together and talk about Liberia and how we can bring work together and do something for Liberia as Liberia living abroad. So we'll be bringing more details in the near future on this show. So by way of information also, Bottom Liberia is the media sponsor. We'll be running the promotion on the show as we come on every night. Just a bit of a quick introduction to the program. So we'll see most of you will be there. So you also be informed that attendance by invitation only. You're not just going to walk in and say, okay, I'm just going to be part of that. Until you receive invitation from us before you attend, or else you're not invited.
Good.
So yeah. So what is on the menu, guys? I'm sorry for coming late. That's why I show up to talk about the event, and I'll be bringing my team later on during the course of this program. We'll be discussing the event in Belgium. So we'll have a bunch of talented people on the team that will be telling you more. You have all your questions or your package. We'll be telling you what we have in package for Liberians in Belgium on the 25th. So you'll see a lot of
when do we hope to have the team?
As soon as possible. We're just doing some work. We're doing some finishing touches on the programs and the speakers, as well as the internal planning. Once that is completed, we'll be having the team in on the show, so we'll be talking details of what we have on hand.
Right. It's good to hear, and so all road leads to Belgium. Well, on the 27th, 26th,
25th of May, yeah.
25th of May.
Will be great.
So we're having all the
speakers speaking on different topics as relate to business and policies. In Liberia, and how to professionals, how to there's a lot of things on the plate, a plethora of topics to be spoken with people in the specific fields and professionals, entrepreneurs, policy makers. They're all Liberians from the United States and Europe. So they will all be there. So
for Liberia as well. We just got a speaker who's concerned for Liberia will be flying in for Liberia to be part of the show that day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
we have a lot to do, and we will also have, if you're not speakers or Liberian professionals will be there. You don't have to be a business person. You have to be. We just want to tap on your potential, your brain, and what you can do for Liberia. What can we do as Europeans to help us here and also in Liberia? So at the end of the day, we intend to do something out of that. At the end of the program, the meeting. I think EFLA is this, just for information, EFLA organized the Liberian Federation of Association in Europe. This their organized program. So they intend to do something out of that meeting. So you're going to be big. Don't miss it. We'll be there. We'll invite you. So you see an invitation at your doorstep. Don't go there without being invited. If you go without invitation, we're not allowed in. Be warned.
Oh, so
okay.
If Jeremiah having to be in the area and he pop in, you're not allowed him in?
Who?
Jeremiah.
Oh, Jeremiah is no accident will be in the area. That's yeah, they got VIPs. So your VIP, those one there did not when you talk about like certain people that are by nature invited, those people don't need any formal invitation. So if you talk the top ranking like Jeremiah Combe, the old man President Joe Barker, even top ministers in the ranking, we can always maneuver and create space for them. So we're going to do that. But in any case, we just say like if you don't have invitation. But anyway, if Jeremiah Combe, President Honorable Jeremiah Combe is in the neighborhood, definitely will be one of our senior guests. So, but just to let you know, we'll be having top ranking Liberians and all non-Liberians that are interested in Liberia will be on that show and on that meeting, and you'll be listening to them. That top They are very expertise in the area, very, very professional. They'll be discussing, they'll be telling us about Liberia policies, we'll talk on businesses, how we work with Liberians, and how do we move business to Liberia, how do we generate money, how do you become your own entrepreneur. They'll be telling us a lot about it. Just for one day, from 12 to 6, you're going to we got more package to tell you. We'll be delivering the package with my team probably on this show very, very soon.
Right. The reason why I asked that question, because it will be in May, and this at the time that Europe, you have the capital is Belgium, and you have all of these leaders running into, maybe coming to speak to the European Parliament, and it could be in the area. That's what I asked. You never know. So
definitely, yeah. We always create a space for that. When you're doing something, you don't have a plan. We have even it's 100 seated, we always have if you got 100 seats in there, we're always going to have 89. So I think a couple of seats will be there left, flexible for anybody can be squeezed in to out of protocol. We always do that. That's part of planning. So we got a lot there'll be part of planning. So will be a space for top brands that will just appear to be in the neighborhood. We'll always provide space for them. And a very good Liberian. Another thing, Liberian delicacy, man, Liberian good meal will be there for you. Liberian meal, man, produced by Liberian themselves. So if you are not tasting Liberian meal that day, you'll be treated with Liberian meal. So Linford, you need to be there, my man. You always come in late, so you don't come late to the program.
The man drawing water, then the man flow where then you want to put it on me. You in late, then you say, "Oh, we coming late." But we hope to be there, and I hope to. I don't know if I'm there. I'm gonna talk a little bit about our sector, our
that would be fine. The shipping, are you talking about
the shipping sector of the Liberian economy? Maybe I could throw a little bit of light on that too.
Let me see.
But I think these are some of the ways to go about organizing small programs like this, and if only our leaders would take into consideration some of these things, because the idea is that people feel the president or the vice president or all the BB guys, they know everything. No, we got a technocrat. Those are politicians. We got technocrats. And if the politicians will listen to the technocrats and take in their recommendations, I think some of these will help. Well, you're complaining about dirt that we ourselves create, overtaking us. Can you imagine our own creation overtaking us? This is something that we should have control about. Again, it depends on the leadership. It depends on the kind of control we have, the mindset of the people. And also, sometimes we blame the leadership and say, the government not doing nothing about it. But what about the individuals? I mean, just look at it in your own house. You packing all the dirt in your own house. It will soon overtake you. Okay? So the people,
Linford, Francis said something on the program once. You talk people from the village that came to Monrovia that have no certain experience. They just overcrowded in one place. What do you think? The best solution for those people, Francis, you talk about bathing pricing. I can arrange with the British people here. They get it all ship, the pricing ship that we can pour to land out fuel over the Atlantic Ocean. That one farmer they can visit you. Pack these people there and teach them serious lesson. When they come from prison, they will not be doing what they're supposed to do. You brought people came from the interior and just saw that thing. He said they said that interior life. That's what the place just crumble with people. I'm telling you.
I think I have to have
I think that approach is very hard.
The people came from the interior. They saw a little camo in the bar. They thought I was wet. These are the situation we face in Liberia.
I think building a prison. In fact, I want to disagree with Francis. Just sleep, mama. Building a prison, you're grabbing it and putting it there. Yeah, it's one solution, but I think it's a very harsh solution. You can take a soft approach. You and myself, when we're in Liberia, we saw orange, we throw it there. We eat a corn, we throw it there. We run the street, we're walking. When you came to Europe, you couldn't do that because you saw the environment.
But people got laws. If you do that, you know what happened to you.
Singapore.
Yeah,
Why do
I
they
tell you,
on the
when I
street
came
in
here,
Singapore?
when I came to Europe, nobody put me in the classroom, or nobody carried me to the prison and say you should not throw. But I look around, I saw people are throwing there in the garbage. Yeah, I did it. But let me share one second story with you. When I was in Liberia in 2014, I stopped at my brother's house. So all the people kind of entering when the party corner yesterday and drinking. So one time I was sitting down under the tree in the afternoon, it was blowing, it was windy. I said the paper, all the plastic bag fly all the place. So I sat down for long. I said, I don't know what to do. My brother was cleaning the yard, but the plastic fly all over the place. So I said, okay. So in the morning, one old man should power the color. In the morning, she will pass, and all the children play. For some reason, play the children in play. I don't know. So the children are standing to the well, drawing water. So when the old man passed with car like money, I said, "Oh my car, she can." I said, "Check all the car." I said, "Okay, I'll buy all." Then I call all the children. I say, "You come." I said, "You go bring shovel or whatever, anything I can dig hole." They start going that horse with dog pee hole. For they say, "Papa, when come into?" I say, "We bury all the color under the hole here." They say, "No." I said, "Okay, you don't want to eat the color?" They say, "I say, you dig a hole. Let's see. If the hole deep, then you'll eat the color." So we dug that hole. I said, okay, before we eat the carrot, you know what we'll do? All the plastic bedding that flies, so I'll pick all. I said, when in the next 10 minutes, all the plastic bed will finish. I said, you're jumping that hole there. We'll put fire on it. I said, tomorrow we'll do the same thing. So when I said money, this small girl asked me a question. She said, but Papa, that every day we'll do it now. I said, yeah. And guess what? They started going around their own horses, picking on the plastic bed and bringing it. So the plastic bag, then within 1 week time, the plastic bag thing was over with. So I would see, because they want to eat color, so I would see the children collecting the plastic bag from way behind the hole, because they want me to see that they brought plastic bag and put in the hole. So when the color can, we eat too. So you got to, there's certain things that will make people to do things. Either you put it in jail, like Francis said, or you create some incentive, like we said, about people recycling, buy the plastic or something, or, just educate them. There's several things we can do.
Education, in Liberia.
My man, go Singapore, go to chewing gum, and educate when they like you. See, you never put. You have to adapt some model, because you're dealing with people that their level of understanding just high. You think what Mary bro will harsh on them?
The people got program on radio who they telling the people how to dispose their debt. Did the people got on radio? Listen to a talking drum studio there, all the people there. You got in the local language, the vernaculars and the thing, and the people there say doing it. They will tell you say that how the man say work. Did the boy now work too? If we throw people on the ground or in the street, how the boy
again, this is Liberia. It's difficult to defend the people here. So now, in fact,
big Jamaica idea on it.
But gentlemen, our time is fast spent. But we got one more topic here to close on. Paul, talk to us.
This thing was reported in New Republic newspaper that the military wives had their protests. Back it's about a month ago, and so the president decided he set a committee to find out what went wrong. Up to today's day, we have not heard what really went wrong, because Armed Forces Day program was canceled based on the military what the decision, and they set a committee to. So we don't know if the committee have said anything about it. But then the Senate came out. They trying to establish something to do an investigation, find out what went wrong. So I don't know whether we have the full-blown conclusion of what actually happened, or it will just be another thing that has been put on the bill. Almost like George Weah, he set up so many committees, so many investigations, nothing never came out. So I don't know, is that the scene where we're heading? Because it can be a month now to cancel a big program, Armed Forces Day program. Up to now, the country don't know what really went, what happened, what level that the military were behind it. We don't know yet. So this house now is they want to add on it as well. So I don't know if we'll get anything out of this. Info. You muted.
No, I said I want to get a guy chance to pop in.
Maybe
My sound is bad.
Can I say something now?
Jamal, I think Jamal bought his gadget from Waterside. I don't think if we get those things from Waterside, this is what happened. You know?
I've been having been with us for long. He bought it from one of the World Trade Center.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, we can hear you
Oh,
small.
it's a device from World Trade Center on Getty Street.
I don't hear what you say. Are you talking to me?
Yeah,
No, yes,
so
but
we're not hearing
I think
you.
before Tima pops in, what you said, you know, it's interesting that things will happen in Liberia. Then government set up committee, and the government does not follow up on the committee, or probably the committee does not come back to the government to report, and the government will just relax. So how do people respect, the government? Like you started a Georgia, government. They set up so many committees, so many investigative board, and nothing happened, and it just went like that. So then who can take government seriously? Because the reason why we have government is to protect the citizens, to make laws, to enforce the laws, to tell us do this and do not do this. If you do this, this will happen to you. But you got a government that is toothless. You got a government that does not do anything. Even the citizens are powerful more than the government in some sense. Yeah? So respect the government. That's the reason. That's why when government sets up anything like a committee, you should follow up, no matter how small their job is. Or the moment you set it up, if you don't follow them up so that they'll make report to you and that the public will get to know, my man, forget it. Nobody will take you anything for serious. They'll say, oh, no man. We are adapted this in Liberia and say, when something happened like yesterday, man, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Nobody will hear about it again. Then finish.
After 3 weeks, it's
Yeah.
dead.
Well, it's whose responsibility to follow up?
The government.
Yeah, but then the question is, we had the past government that passed a lot of issues like deaths took place and a lot of criminal investigations. Committee was set up. Now, the present leadership, we came up with first started with the inaugural program. There was a committee set up to investigate. We didn't hear any feedback yet. We said wait to have a report. The asset recovery committee team, we have to hear a report. There are a lot of committees, but for the past couple of months back, the new government has come up with some report. I mean, people will say we are too quick to jump to conclusion. We should give them a chance. It takes time for report to be compile and submit report. So what should be the responsibility of the city themselves to demand this report? If the House is in place, the House of Legislation, they have every committee heads or other committee on these various areas. They should be telling them they should demand these reports because there are different houses. Is three houses. You got legislature, house, executive, legislature, and judiciary. So the legislature should be demanding report from the various committees set up by the government. So they should be kind of checking each other. So if that is not happening, what much the citizen can do? So we still wait to hear results from the inaugural committee report. What happened to the inaugural committee? That was a fiasco. So up to now, nothing has happened. We also want to hear what happened with the asset recovery committee set up. Those that are investigating people taking government properties and assets across the line to sell. We have to hear that. So these committees, another committee, the military wives committee is another committee. Is that another committee that at the end of the day will just go into thin air? That's the question we should be asking. Then who should do the follow-up? That's the question. If the government will not ask themselves. So somebody have to check the government, like the House of Legislation should be able to kind of check the government, ask the mind report. So we want that report. So this is what should happen. Once they're not doing their job, nothing happens. Because what happened when there's the issue of the budget? What happened when the government, the CBL, the Central Bank of Liberia, said that there were issues of concern, how much money in the consolidated fund? I mean, in the consolidated account. There was an argument. Who called the director of the CBL? It was the House that called him to come and clarify, because the issue of finance. They have right to call any leadership to come and clarify. Any committee asks the government to come before them and clarify. That's why the people elected them. But once they're not putting this work into practice, Nobody can. Nobody. We you must sit on this platform asking you reporting when the report will come, when this final report will come. Not to happy ourselves. These guys put their feet on the ground and say, look, we want the report to be made clear to Liberian people. They want to know what's the final saying on this report. As long as they have not done anything, the only person that's shouting, singing, blasting, ranting is Yaka Kolba, among others, that are saying that this should be done, this should be done, this should be done. Everybody said that once you got Brian Evlo, life goes on. So the Marital Wives Committee will be another story that after 2 years, like the $16 billion issue, what happened to that up to now? We're still waiting for results. So it is a Liberian story. So we still continue to have more coming in. I hope the new government won't do like that to us.
So that may the thing that led to the cancellation or the armed forces, they would not have no conclusion on it, and then it would just go like that. The armed forces, they were canceled because a few women decided to barricade streets all around the place, and we know it was not the women because it was the men that were behind that thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sorry if I'm just joining, because if you look at the House of Legislature, there's a committee set up that handle these kind of issues. On a grievance committee or what kind of committee? It could be a committee or internal affairs, whatever the case is, right? I don't know the committee, precise committee, there's that committee, but they have right to call that committee. They have those in the House have the right to call the committee and the government to come and give report. What has happened so far? They have to ask the House of the executive to what so far with the feedback, what the report saying. We want a report. We want to know the results. If somebody needs to be reprimanded, will be reprimanded. The Liberians need to know. They need to know. That's the reason they elected these representatives and senators. They need to tell us, they need to fight for us. We are there, they have to speak for us. If the committees are set up, they're not implementing their job, to push them. It's not only the government. Government will not take a set of committee to investigate themselves. Government will do the job. If there's a reason to call up, they cover up. But who's going to counter-check them? Will be the House who have to counter-check them. The various committees, all the various committees set up in the House, they are there to help us to get this, whatever is done by the other houses or other branches like the judiciary and the executive to counter-check them. They should counter-check each other. That's the role. We all know about that. But one is not doing his job or her job, they will have an issue. The executive will order, pass an order, let's do this, a committee and do this. And the House will, okay, we want to see the result. Can we wait for the result? The committee set around that to call them and say, can you give us the feedback? What happened? So that report be made to Liberian people. Then look at the asset, the declaration of assets. Other committees should be telling us what's going on. We didn't hear anything from the other committee. So some people declare assets, not everybody did. So we just kept quiet on it. Those who are presumed to be the best people, the king said, we will do that. We came against corruption. Most people did not declare the assets. We saw that. And everything just went under the carpet. So this is the problem. And nobody's talking about it as of today. And now we're going to the Asset Recovery Committee. Nobody's talking about it as well. Now we come to the Marital Wives. We say, okay, set a committee. Set a committee. What the committee will do, that's a different story altogether.
Yeah, but just to chime in, the press secretary, the president had, she was on OK FM this week, I think on Monday or so. She was asked that question about the investigation the committee set up. She said, I think, according to her, some concessions were made. I mean, the government immediately took off the tuition from the school. The students there, they're not going to school and they're not paying tuition. EDC was sent in to do some work, but her claim was that I think the time frame was too short. Yeah, and I think the committee may have appealed to the president to give them, extra time. So how she said. So I don't know. It was not made public that the committee asked for extra time. Additional time for to have their report compiled or the investigation. So, but I think these kind of time frame that the government gives, the president gives, it too short for the committees And I think it was done hastily. You cannot give committee 2 weeks to to come and report to you, and I think you should have made it a month or so. So I think the problem has to do with the time frame of the committee of giving them to report to the president. But all in all, they should come out in public to say, look, the committee should come and speak. Look, we are doing so and so. So because of time, we cannot complete, we cannot present our findings. I think it will serve the public well, instead of just sitting there, be very quiet. I call it taciturn about what happened taciturn about what happening in regards to the committee's work. All the committees have been the same all the yeah, George, we are talking about, it was appalling. I mean, they came out with so many film, the case with Giffy Lama. They said, they were bursting. So yeah, I just wanted to say in terms of what the press secretary said to, she said on the OKFM Morning Rush program.
Before Linford, let me chime in. Francis says, I think I listened to that interview. What really happened with the somebody in the media said, what happened on that day? That program will be canceled. For a major program like that to be canceled, holiday. Jamal, is that your phone?
Yeah, continue, but you are good.
So
you are good. Continue.
All right. So if we cancel a major program like that everyone looking up to, 2 weeks with to have a committee set up with knowledgeable people, I think 2 weeks was a good time in bringing that conclusion. In the UK here, they will tell you something that happened that the public want to know. 2 weeks is sufficient time to do, because who you going to, what were the cause? What led to you canceling the program? 2 weeks was sufficient, and these are experienced people. They've been in a cycle for long, so I think 2 was enough. And we haven't heard anything. If 2 weeks were too short, they should have come back and said, "Look, the time we need to do more.
Yes.
We need to do X, Y, Z."
I come back and said the time you give us is short, but give us no time. But we haven't heard anything. I think
everything just won't.
Yeah, but also, let me get adding one. Also, why it is true that everything is silent, it doesn't mean that the community is not working. So we are not trying to say that the community is not working, but the silence is raising concerns. Like nobody knows what's happening. And our concerns is also based on past experience of things that happened, and similar, committees were set up and we didn't hear anything. So when anything like that happens again and we're not hearing anything, that's why we are raising the concern. But we are not point blank saying that.
They inaugural forms. Say inauguration day, they set a committee to come out. They didn't come, so they work with just slide too. And Jamal, right?
Yeah, another thing.
Anyway, closer, man, guys. That Liberia, man. Just.
Are you guys with me?
Yeah. Well, I think I want to say thank you to all of you guys. We did.
Jamal was saying something.
We do somewhere in the middle. We had some fun, But again, the fun was well connected. We apply it to real life, where the corruption will start from the home and it continues to the office and then it continues at governmental level. But we want to say thank you for watching, and we hope that we'll be here again. But you can join us on Tuesday for the regular edition. But in case anything happens in between, we can pop in here. I want to say thank you to all of you guys, and we hope that your weekend will go well. Today Friday, and we got to take a quick break and let's do some other things. So it was good that you guys were here, and we want to say thank you and have a very beautiful weekend.